Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin, and we're back in the shop today with our 1943 Case SC tractor. In the last video we did on this thing, it was more of like a clip type show just to go over the whole 3-year process and how we got to where we are at today. And we ended with that video trying to get this thing to run nice and drive it, and it just wasn't happening that day. So today we're going to spend just a little bit of time because I have some firewood splitting I got to do for maple season. I need to get out there and do that today, but I want to spend a couple hours trying to see if we can't get the coolant leak fixed and see if we can't get this thing running a little bit better, because I think it'd be awesome if we could throw a trailer on the back of this thing, load the trailer up with the firewood, and be able to drive it with the antique tractor to where it needs to go. So let's start by addressing our coolant issue. So I did a little off-camera investigating, and I'm pretty sure I found our coolant leak. I don't know if it's the only coolant leak, but it's definitely a coolant leak. This fitting right here was leaking, and the whole top of the water pump here, right around this fitting, was soaked all the way down the front of the engine to where it was dripping. And when I actually took this apart and investigated it, you can see that that line is hardly even holding in the fitting, and it's just wet. So I already took it apart, and I went to the hardware store, got some new copper fittings and stuff, brass fittings, and we're going to make a new line, see if we can't stop that leak at least. All right, so I got a new piece of tubing, and I want to try to duplicate this bend, but as you can see, this bend got all kinked up and bent up, and just not happy with how it looks. But it looks like it's almost the same radius as this can, so I'm going to kind of use that as a guide, hopefully. And we'll just bend it right around the can. There we go. Nice straight bend. Just cut the end off that a little bit since I got marred up. And this is just a brake line tubing cutter. Okay, I'm just going to take the point end of the file, stick it in there, ream the inside of the pipe. And just deburr it a little bit. All right, I gotta say, that matches pretty close. I think we'll be able to get that to work. Got a new nut, new sleeve. All right, here's what I got made up. Let's go see if we can fit it to the tractor. So we got a new copper line in, no kinks in the line, all the burrs are cleaned up. Hopefully that takes care of our major coolant leak. So let's go ahead and move on to fuel. So last time I opened up the fuel on this thing, there was a lot of sediment floating around in that bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean out the sediment bowl. And I think we're going to drain the fuel out and put some fresh fuel in. So the brass filter, that looks like it's in good shape, so we'll go ahead and put that back on. Reinstall our bowl. Okay. So the last thing I want to do is just check our oil level. So I'll pull my top oil plug here. All right, oil's full. Let's top off our coolant. Throw in some non-alcohol ethanol gas. All right, let's turn on the fuel. So I forgot to hit record, but I did get this thing to start and it actually started pretty good. We're gonna restart it now. And then it's still running rough, but I think I'm just gonna let it kind of run and warm up, make sure we don't have any more coolant leaks. It hasn't started dripping yet. So fingers crossed, we got that licked. And we're just gonna let it run, warm up, and see if it smooths itself out at all. I still think we're having fuel issues, but let's fire it up and let it run. All right, so I've had the tractor running for probably about 20 minutes or so now, and I'm starting to feel the top of the radiators getting warm, and that's it running on idle. It's still, I feel like it's rough. Maybe you guys who have antique tractors know better than I do. Is that what these things do when they idle? Should it be running smoother? Give me a comment, let me know. But it's staying running, it sounds pretty decent, so I think we're gonna go ahead and pull this thing out. Well, there you go. She's back out in the sunshine and she looks beautiful. I am so happy and excited to have this thing out here. And I feel like replacing this little line back here took care of our coolant leak, because last time I had this thing out and running and driving, it was already just dumping coolant. And we haven't lost a drop yet. So I am really, really excited about that. Still got some oil leaks, but you're gonna have that until I go through and replace every single gasket on this thing. But I think I'm gonna go take this thing for a drive and have a little bit of fun. Just wanna say thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys found this entertaining and are enjoying the series on this case. We will see you in the next one. Bye.